What if it all worked? Really think about that for a moment. Not as a fantasy, not as a maybe one day, but as an actual, logical possibility. What if everything you've been affirming, everything you've been visualizing, everything you've been hoping for actually started shifting into place right now? You've consumed the content. You've watched the videos. You've heard the success stories, that you're powerful, that you're magnetic, that you're the operant power. And maybe there's a part of you that already believes it, and another part of you that whispers, but what if it doesn't work for me? A soft fear, a quiet doubt, a tiny hesitation that keeps you half in, half out. But today, I'm going to ask you again, gently, simply, what if it actually worked? What if the thing you want is already unfolding behind the scenes, and your only job is to allow it? Pause. Breathe. Let that possibility settle into your chest. Because here's the truth most people overlook. The law of assumption was never about forcing, pushing, or struggling. It was always about accepting a new identity, about stepping into the version of you who already has what they want. So let's explore this together, logically, emotionally, and energetically. What if the version of you who has everything you desire already exists? Not as imagination, not as wishful thinking, but as a real state of consciousness, waiting for you to step into it. Neville called it the state. Some people call it the end result. Different words, same truth. You shift your reality by shifting your identity. And ask yourself, what if you've already shifted without realizing it? What if the smallest thoughts you've changed, the tiniest beliefs you've softened, the little bursts of hope you allowed, were actually the seeds of your manifestation blooming right now? What if you're closer than you think? What if everything in your current reality is simply the fading echo of your old self-concept? Think about how logical that is. Your 3D reality is not instant. It shows you the past, the previous assumptions, the old beliefs, the expired identity you no longer belong to. So what you're seeing right now is not evidence against your manifestation. It's just the last reflection of a self you've already outgrown. You, today, are someone entirely different, someone more aligned, more aware, more powerful. So really ask yourself, why base your future on a version of you that doesn't even exist anymore? What if the universe has been rearranging things this whole time, and you just couldn't see it yet? What if that delay you worry about was never actually a delay? What if it was divine timing, protection, recalibration, shifting pieces and people so that everything lines up perfectly for you? What if your manifestation is not missing, but maturing, becoming more stable, more aligned, more long-lasting? So when it shows up, it stays. Imagine how differently you'd feel if you believed that. What if the only thing left to do is relax into the version of you who already has it? Think of how peaceful that feels, how inevitable that feels, how aligned with the law that feels. You could simply choose right now that this is your turning point, your shift moment, Your "it finally clicked" moment. Not because you forced yourself to believe, but because you allowed yourself to, because you finally asked the right question. What if it all worked? Imagine your desire arriving right now. Imagine the message, the opportunity, the person, the money, the approval, the healing, the breakthrough, the version of yourself you've been longing to become. So imagine it showing up in the smoothest, most effortless way. Imagine the relief, the joy, the "oh my God, it actually worked." The quiet, comforting familiarity of a desire that feels natural, like something that always belonged to you. What if this whole time your desire wanted you to? What if the thing you want isn't running from you, but running toward you? What if you're not manifesting by force, but by resonance? What if your desire has been calling your name in the unseen, waiting for you to answer? What if your manifestation is already yours, and all that's left is for you to accept it? So breathe and choose the assumption that feels beautiful. Choose the assumption that empowers you. Choose the assumption that frees you. Because right now, in this moment, you can decide. It all worked. It's already done. This is my reality now. I am the version of me who has it. And once you choose that, the 3D has no choice. It must obey. So I'll ask you one last time, gently, lovingly, truthfully. What if it all worked? What if this is the moment everything changes? What if your new reality already began the moment you clicked on this video? Let it sink in. Let it become your inner knowing. Let it become your new assumption. Because from this moment forward, it does work. And it works for you.